Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about something that every successful salesperson or marketer needs to understand: buyer behavior and decision making. If you've ever wondered why customers make the choices they do or how to influence those decisions, this video is for you. I'll be breaking down the psychological principles behind why people buy and how you can use that knowledge to improve your sales and marketing strategy. Let's dive right in. We like to think of ourselves as rational. We weigh the pros and cons, right? But the truth is, emotions play a much bigger role in our buying decisions than we realize. Think about it. Have you ever bought something on impulse just because it made you feel good in the moment? Maybe it was a new pair of shoes or that gadget you just to have. We all have. And that's because emotions like excitement, joy, even nostalgia can be powerful motivators. They create a connection with the product, making us feel like it's something we need, even if logically we know we don't. And it's not just positive emotions either. Fear, for example, is a huge driver in decision-making. Think about insurance. No one buys insurance because they're excited about it. They buy it because they're afraid of what might happen if they have it. The key takeaway here is this: if you want to connect with your customers on a deeper level and really drive sales, you need to tap into their emotions. Don't just sell the features of your product or service, sell the feeling. Ask yourself, how does your product make people feel? Does it solve a problem and bring a sense of relief? Does it make their life easier, more enjoyable, or more stylish? Once you understand the emotional needs your product fulfills, you can tailor your marketing message to resonate with those feelings. Use powerful imagery, storytelling, and language that evokes the desired emotion. For example, if you're selling a fitness tracker, don't just talk about its features like step counting and sleep tracking. Talk about the feeling of empowerment and accomplishment your customers will experience as they track their progress and crush their fitness goals. Remember, people buy on emotion and justify with logic later. So, make them something, and you're already halfway to making the sale. Let's face it, we're social creatures. We look to others for cues on how to behave, especially when we're uncertain about something. And that's where social proof comes in. Social proof is the idea that we're more likely to do something if we see others doing it, especially if those others are people we trust or admire. Think about it. Have you ever chosen a restaurant because it had a line out the door or a product with hundreds of 5-star reviews? That's social proof in action. We see those long lines, those glowing testimonials, and we think, hey, if everyone else loves it, it must be good. It gives us a sense of confidence in our decision, knowing that others have already taken the plunge and come out happy on the other side. Now, how can you leverage this powerful principle to boost your sales? It's simpler than you might think. Start by showcasing your customer reviews. Feature them prominently on your website, landing pages, and social media. But don't just stop at text reviews. Encourage your happy customers to record video testimonials. Videos are incredibly powerful because they allow potential customers to see and hear real people sharing their positive experiences with your product. Another great way to leverage social proof is to highlight influencer endorsements. Partner with influencers in your niche who genuinely love your product and have a loyal following. When their audience sees them using and recommending your product, it instantly boosts your credibility and makes them more likely to consider buying from you. And don't forget about the power of case studies. Case studies are a fantastic way to showcase how your product or service has helped real businesses achieve tangible results. The key with social proof is to make it visible and abundant. The more positive social proof you can showcase, the more confident potential customers will feel in their decision to choose you. Chapter 3. Cognitive biases that shape decisions. Our brains are amazing, but they're also wired for efficiency. To avoid information overload, we rely on mental shortcuts called cognitive biases to help us make decisions quickly. And while these biases can be helpful in many situations, they can also be exploited by savvy marketers. One such bias is anchoring bias. Anchoring bias is the tendency to rely too heavily on the first piece of information we receive, even if it's irrelevant to the actual decision. For example, if you're selling a software subscription and you initially show a higher price, then offer a discounted price, the discounted price will seem like a much better deal, even if it's still more expensive than competitors. Another powerful bias is loss aversion. Loss aversion is the idea that we feel the pain of a loss more strongly than we feel the pleasure of an equivalent gain. In other words, we're more motivated to avoid losing something than we are to gain something of equal value. You can use this to your advantage by framing your offers in terms of what customers stand to lose if they don't take action. For example, instead of simply saying buy now and get 20% off, you could say, don't miss out on these limited time savings. Get 20% off before it's too late. The fear of missing out, or FOMO, is a powerful motivator. By creating a sense of urgency and scarcity, you can nudge potential customers off the fence and encourage them to take action. Just remember, be ethical in your use of cognitive biases. Don't mislead or deceive your customers. Instead, use these principles to highlight the true value of your product or service and make it irresistible to your target audience. Chapter 4. Trust and credibility are key. In today's digital age, trust is more important than ever. With so many options available, consumers are bombarded with marketing messages from every direction. So how do you cut through the noise and convince potential customers that you're the real deal? It all comes down to building trust and credibility. Think about it. Would you rather buy from a company with a stellar reputation for quality and customer service, or one with a questionable track record and a string of negative reviews? The answer is obvious. So, how do you build trust? It starts with transparency. Be upfront about your pricing, your policies, and what your product can and can't do. Don't try to hide anything or make promises you can't keep. Next, focus on building relationships. Engage with your audience on social media, respond to comments and messages, and go above and beyond to address customer concerns. Show your customers that you're not just a faceless corporation, but a team of real people who care about their experience. Offering guarantees or free trials is another great way to build trust and reduce perceived risk. When customers feel confident that they can try your product or service risk-free, they're more likely to take the leap and make a purchase. And finally, remember that building trust takes time. It's not something you can achieve overnight, but by consistently acting with integrity, delivering on your promises, and putting your customers first, you'll earn their trust and loyalty for the long haul. Chapter 5. Use scarcity and urgency to drive action. We've all been there. We browse online, add items to our cart, and then, we hesitate. We're not quite sure if we're ready to commit, so we abandon our carts and move on. So how do you combat this hesitation and encourage potential customers to take action? One effective strategy is to leverage the principles of scarcity and urgency. Scarcity is the idea that something is more desirable when it's in limited supply. Think about limited edition products or exclusive deals. When we perceive something as scarce, it creates a sense of urgency to act before it's gone. Urgency, on the other hand, is the feeling that we need to act now to avoid missing out on a good deal or opportunity. Think about flash sales or limited time offers. These tactics create a sense of excitement and encourage customers to make a decision quickly. Now, how do you use scarcity and urgency effectively? One way is to offer limited time discounts or promotions. For example, you could run a flash sale for 24 hours only, or offer a discount code that expires after a certain date. Another approach is to highlight limited quantities. If you have a product that's selling quickly, let potential customers know that it's almost gone or selling fast. This creates a sense of urgency and encourages them to buy before it's too late. Just remember, be genuine with your scarcity and urgency tactics. Don't create artificial scarcity or mislead customers into thinking something is more limited than it actually is. Your goal is to create a sense of excitement and encourage action, not to deceive or manipulate your audience. So there you have it. 5 key psychological principles that drive buyer behavior. Understanding these can help you connect with your customers on a deeper level and ultimately boost your sales. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more tips on sales, marketing, and buyer psychology. And let me know in the comments, what's the most surprising thing you've learned about buyer behavior? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. If you're ready to take your sales to the next level, there's even more to discover. Visit www.thebestsalesperson.com to unlock more sales secrets and boost your sales today. Click the link below to get started and transform your sales strategy. Don't miss out on the opportunity to see real results. Thanks for watching, and remember, the power to boost your sales is right at your fingertips. Visit www.thebestsalesperson.com now.